Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. Y'all, look how big my baby girl is. She's not a baby anymore. This is a big girl. Say hi. Aww. Hey y'all, it's me, Buskerfinger, and welcome back to Hot or Hot. And today I'll be reviewing episode 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race season 16. It's girl group day, which means our queens split themselves into 3 groups and were challenged to write lyrics for and perform original choreography to RuPaul's hits, ASMR Lover, Courage to Love, and Star Baby. And the runway category was Pussycat Wig. Wig, did you just say wig? Yes. That's just for us. So we'll be breaking all of that down, plus covering the Q, Amanda, Plain Jane drama triangle as we go. And finally taking a look at Bob the Drag Queen versus Plain Jane's Burger Finger drama that escalated this week on multiple platforms. And end by going over a really great article interview by Joey Nolfi at Entertainment Weekly with Amanda Tori Meating. That was a lot of words. About her coming out as trans, in which she also talks Plain Jane drama. First up, we got Morphine, the self-proclaimed Abby Lee Miller of season 16 of group QDSM, performing her verse to Star Baby. And opening up the group's number, she's saying, "Morphine like the drug, but no relation. When you at my shows, you stay in admiration. The flawless, the face, the beauty, the taste," and so on. Yes, Morphine, you are very beautiful. And also pretty good at dancing. She was really taking charge in the rehearsals, and it seems she was directly responsible for the little Madonna walk moment that the group did that I thought looked pretty cute on the stage. The only thing I would have changed is that second line in the first part of her lyrics, "Morphine like the drug, but no relation." It just felt, I guess, obvious, and then she didn't really go anywhere with that. But overall, this is definitely a hot for me, and on the runway, I was super impressed. She is really killing it in the looks department, y'all. She really is doing all that. Look at the silhouette she has created here with that body is insane. And the details on every part of this look are so incredible. Like when you zoom in on that Pussycat wig and see that she's encrusted the tips of it. And then she's got the big cat scratch on the back of this gown. And I love that this look overall is very much giving me Catwoman goes to the camp themed Met Gala in 2019. Jacket's always gotta come off, y'all. I start sweating. Let's see if we can do this. No, we're not doing that. This look is incredibly hot. I also almost can't believe this is the same queen who wore that towel dress on the very first runway of this season. Like, the glow up already. And next up, Mother has arrived. It's Sapphira Cristal, who in the first part of her verse is very quickly rapping lyrics like, "Got you gagging on my dragon, baby, you need to breathe." And in the second part, slows it down a bit and starts to sing, "I bring the heat by keeping my cool. I look like this, you look a damn fool." And her performance overall, from choreo to lyrics to stage presence, felt very polished and in control. It's just kind of get critiqued for being in her head while performing, but that wasn't really something I saw when I was watching. And I truly think she had one of the best verses of the entire night, with a great balance between the rap and the singing and just delivering this mothering energy. She ate, and this was hot. Now over on the runway, we are in for another surprise from Miss Sapphira Cristal. She is giving us Dr. Evil from Austin Powers up in high drag, where the Pussycat wig is the cat actually on the head. And it did take a second, I think, to really get me there on the Pussycat wig, because when she's coming down the runway, it just kind of looks like a messled jumble of hair, and then it cuts to a shot where she clearly has like lifted up like a tail, and there is a hydra hole visible somewhere on this wig as well under that tail if you peep that. And of course, when she turns around, there is a little kitty face on there, and she takes it off, starts petting it. And the bigger gag of this whole look to me was that bald cap she has on was seamless. I do think the Pussycat wig was a little messy looking, like maybe she needed a brushing or two, but we'll say it was camp. We'll give it a pass, because this look was definitely hot. Or should I say, hot. But what I love even more is privacy and security when I'm browsing the internet and transmitting sensitive information, like bank logins and messages to my crush. Because guess what, Mimi? If you're not using a VPN, chances are all of your data is being tracked and sold to advertisers. But thankfully, Surfshark VPN, the sponsor of today's video, is here to save the day. Start downloading Surfshark right now by clicking the link in the description of my video. Then connect to any one of their over 3,200 secure servers around the globe in just one click. And just like that, your internet browsing traffic is encrypted, secure, privatized, and anonymous. Surfshark can also help you unlock geo-restricted content on streaming platforms and access websites that may be blocked in your home state or country. For example, this streaming platform shows every season of RuPaul's Drag Race, but only to viewers in Argentina. Thanks to Surfshark though, it takes just one click to surf on over to Argentina and get access to that entire Drag Race streaming catalog. Plus, you can use Surfshark on all of your devices with unlimited device login. When you download Surfshark VPN using my link below and enter coupon code Bussy at checkout, you'll get an additional 3 months of Surfshark for free. That's right, just enter code Bussy at checkout to get 3 additional months of Surfshark for free. Thanks Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. And next up we've got the letter Q, who starts off the episode this week crying in the workroom because she's been in the top for the past couple of weeks, yet has failed to clinch the win. And that's a very fair feeling. And in the midst of Q's monologue about being in the top but never being good enough to get a win, Plane jumps in and she's like, well, I feel good about being in the top. Like, I don't know about y'all, but like, I'm doing good. And I can see where both these queens are coming from, but I would probably be more on the side of Plane where I'd be celebrating that I had been in the top so much. But would I actually state that to the person that's crying? No, probably not. That's very plain Jane though. Anyways, this all comes up later in the episode when the queens are getting ready for the challenge. And Q is trying to communicate to Plane that the way she spoke on that topic at that time made her feelings feel invalidated. And Q then compares the situation of Plane addressing that in the moment to the situation of Plane addressing Amanda, to which Plane throws in a little comment, well, rest assured, I have more respect for you than I do Amanda. Which is a wild thing to say right in front of Amanda. And then Amanda jumps out and she's like, why are you such a C? Where is this coming from? I don't know you. And like they have a moment which ultimately resolves with Plane saying to Amanda, let's be friends right now and kill this challenge. And to Q, Plane ultimately apologizes, but it seems like there's some unresolved issues there. Q in confessionals is saying she's not sure if this apology is genuine. And honestly, I'm not sure it was either, because even Plane in a confessional said that maybe she should think more about the things she's saying. However, she's having fun being a shady bitch. And again, I can see both sides of what's happening here. Plane Jane is very interested, I think, in making the best reality television she thinks that she can make, and that is by playing this character of mean shady queen. And then we've got Q, who is taking this competition 100% seriously and wearing her heart on her sleeve with everything. And personally, I am enjoying the drama, but I do also see that there are maybe some real people getting their feelings hurt, and that's not great to watch. But the drama is entertaining. But I would love to know what y'all are thinking in the comments about Plane Jane, all of her crazy antics below. And moving on to Q's challenge performance, we see her do what I would say was a pretty okay performance for most girl group episodes of Drag Race. But this one was, for me, particularly good. I think she just really stood out as not being great. Because yes, she was struggling with choreo in the rehearsals and, you know, not hitting all of the marks all of the time in the larger group number. But she was there for at least like 90% of it. And again, I think that is better than a lot of girl group choreography that we see on RuPaul's Drag Race. But she's saying, I strut in a fashion, serving looks, my passion. Leaving it all on stage, no crashing, you cannot stop me. Just one letter, nobody better. Which is all very Bratstall's passion for fashion of her, but overall kind of generic. So I'm gonna give this a but on the runway. Holy Mary, Mother of God, Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and the 7 wise men. This is probably my favorite Q look so far. It's absolutely incredible. It's very Tin Man meets Joan of Arc. I love the silhouette and all the different armor pieces and shapes of the outfit are so powerful and so feminine. And the crazier thing, besides this outfit being absolutely effing stunning, is that she doesn't seem to be bodied at all. As in, like, she's not wearing padding. The bitch just looks that good. The look? It's hot. And finally for the QDSM group, we've got Dawn, who in her group I probably had the most fun with. I think she did a really great job of taking her into her crazy, kooky, quirky, not like the other girls world. It really added some great personality where it was needed on this track with lyrics like, from the stars laying bars, didn't you know there's life on Mars? Galaxy, fantasy, turning looks, setting free. And can I be honest, I'm a star baby? Like, she not only stuck with the star baby theme in her lyrics, but also found a way to make it super fun and peppy and exciting. This performance was hot. And over on the runway, again, this is Dawn's world, we're just living in it. This is It's a look. She's got blue makeup on, elf ears, a bowl cut with a pom-pom, bedazzled jeans as boot covers, a giant glove purse, animal print everywhere, all over. And I mean, girl, this is everything but the kitchen sink of this alien girl fantasy. And as crazy as it all is, I ultimately did like the look. My only issue was I think she missed an opportunity to tell a bigger story about why this was her look for the Pussycat Wig runway. Like, this barely even is a Pussycat Wig. I mean, it has some little bob moments in the back and maybe some like on the side here, but otherwise it is just straight up bowl cut. So all things considered, this would be like a safe 3-flame hot for me. And next we got Plasma, who is the group leader for the Lovah Girlz, who are adding their verses to RuPaul's Courage to Love. And Miss Plasma, as team captain, started her team off with some pretty crazy choreography in the rehearsals. Like, she is throwing out terms, busting out movements, and she's kind of leaving her teammates in the dust a bit. I guess just expecting they'll catch up to her, you know, very obviously theatrically trained talents. But in the edit we saw, it seems she was more interested in showing off than helping the other girls learn their steps. But we do see Amanda come in and sort of take some of the girls to the side and be like, okay, we're gonna do this with this. Hydra hole, Hydra hole. Hydra hole. And Amanda seems to mostly get everybody together. But back to Plasma's performance in this challenge. The dancing and choreo, incredible. Her singing, incredible. And her lyricism, also incredible. Like, what a great way to start off her group. It was so powerful when she sang things like, when I was younger, my mama said to me, just be yourself, baby, the rest comes naturally. And I love her final lyric of, remember girls, rule number 1, have fun, whatever you are, better be a damn good one. And overall, no notes. This was so hot. But over on the runway, y'all, this is not for me. She said she's giving us a Y2K take on Hermes, the Greek goddess of messaging moments, but there's just so much going on with this that feels odd altogether. Like, she's got this almost businessy golden collar and spray painted gold headphones to which she's attached some feathers with an overall like Grecian inspired, you know, Hermes kind of thing going on. And while there are gold elements in all the different crazy pieces of her outfit, bringing them together in a way, the overall effect is kind of jarring. It just feels so piecey and like 7 different costumes all put together in one. This was a... And next up, no, it could not have been an email because this meeting is mandatory. It's Amanda. And we already talked a little bit about how she really was nailing it in the rehearsals and even helping the other girls in her group with their dancing. But ultimately the final product of what she delivered just didn't have that same level of polish and professionalism, mostly because of her own worst enemy in this competition, her current drag aesthetic. Girl, that wig with the dance move, she was fighting for her life. Plus, I think she had kind of a mixed bag of lyrics that started off strong, seemingly singing, someone told me who I am is wrong, but now I trust myself, I know that I am strong. But something about the phrasing in that second half just didn't work for me with the, no, it doesn't hurt who hurt me in the past, is now I love on myself. I'm going out so I can throw this past, I think she said. So yeah, this was a route for me. And over on the runway, y'all, this is okay. I've never seen anything like this. Let me just say also, we are lucky to be living in the timeline that is the timeline where Amanda Tori Meating is on Drag Race dressed as a blue robin's egg in the nest. With 2 blue robin's eggs painted like they're up in drag right next to her in the nest. Like that. That's crazy. But honestly, this runway was just such a treat because yes, it was objectively bad, but the vision, I'm going to choose to believe Amanda Tori Meating's creative mind is operating on levels that we mere mortals cannot perceive. And I'm actually not even gonna hot rod this look because I think it really transcends all of that. Amanda Tori Meating, thank you for your service. And next we got Xunami Muse, who in the challenge I want to call out is looking so cute, petite, with that little beautiful pink flower on her chest. And her lyrics, as you might have guessed going into this, were about her serving and turning looks. Come on, strut. Find your light, turn your head to the left and you shake it to the right. Cute face, tight waist, she's got it all. Can't tell me nothing because I'm here with Miss Paul. And overall I would say was missing some punch in her lyrics. It felt like she was kind of very softly and airily going through them instead of really serving that fierce, fierce, fierce mother, 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 888. me having a stroke. But I would give the lyrics and performance in this challenge like 3 hot flames. And over on the runway, she's giving us Matador, but make it lesbian. And this was a look on the runway tonight that actually took a little bit to grow on me. When she first walked through, I really lost her entire bottom half because it was just the black cummerbund, black pants, black boots. Like, she was very much giving beautiful floating torso coming down the runway at times. But when I got a chance to really zoom in on everything and see all the craftsmanship and tailoring involved in this look and the way everything is so cut perfectly, and that little crop jacket and the little rainbow tie in the front and the fur, like, it's so well done and is indeed a very beautiful look. The only question I have is how we got from Pussycat Wig to Matador, but I'll take it. This look is hot. And finally for this group, girl, fasten your seatbelts. It's Plain Jane. And she in the challenge honestly absolutely killed it. The look is correct. The dancing is correct. She looks like a mother tucking professional on the stage. She is at home there. And she sang, Plain Jane, Miss Jane if you're nasty. And if the pipe real long, holla at me. Booty fat and the body so right. Got him flying on this plane all day and night. And then the best set of lyrics in her verse. Don't play with me, just play that track. Don't break my heart, just break my back. Which are all really wild things to say, considering we actually started this song off with Plasma singing about her mom teaching her to love people and be kind. And then we got here. But honestly, somebody needed to breathe a little bit of life and get nasty in this group's track. And of course, it was Plain Jane to do it. This was hot. And for a runway, there are certain words that I can't say in YouTube videos because of monetization policies. So just know that I'll be talking around those. But Miss Plain, or Miss Jane, if we are here indeed being nasty, she is wearing a collection of latex items, accentuating the very large upper part of her body, to which she has fastened some pipes or tubes into the mask that's covering her face. And my first thought when I saw this look was, oh my god, she's doing Bane from the Batman movies of the 90s. But I think that was mostly just me getting excited about Bane from that movie. Wow, is that my like gay awakening? And I don't think Plain Jane was referencing that here at all. But it did make me wish that she did have a more creative concept than just super sexy, hot, F words, K words, blah, 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 blah. The look was hot, but I wouldn't say no to a little more storyline. And finally, we've got group Thicc Stick performing original verses to ASMR Lover. And the name took me a minute, Thicc Stick, but I'll help you out. The stick is Nymphia. Very funny, very clever. And Miss Mhi'ya Iman LePaige is the opener for this group. And oh my god, I loved her in this, y'all. The rapping was so natural, on point, the delivery was punchy, and the way her group members were working with her in her verse to be like, Mhi'ya, was next level. It was truly next level. And being the queen of flips, she starts everything off with a flip and raps, you make me feel like a dainty lady, high-heeled boots straight out of Haiti, is the name they screaming when they see me flipping, where she then backflips. And I feel like I've really been hyping her up in my reviews, but I am so obsessed with her and the way she performs. And this was like, wow, she absolutely is not that timid person on the stage that RuPaul was talking to do. She is like 100% in control of the whole game and delivered a performance tonight that was absolutely of the best. This is absolutely hot. But over on the runway, it's a runway. It certainly is her wearing some kind of pussycat bob wig, and she certainly is wearing an outfit. Something about the outfit feels to me very like Ariana Grande in the mid 2010s, where she always had that very cinched waist and like poofy skirt moment, case in point. And while this look is cute on Mhi'ya, I don't think it's particularly interesting or adding to the conversation of who is Mhi'ya and what she does in drag. And maybe I missed an explanation, but I did not see any concept in this look beyond, I want to look cute and I want to wear a short wig. So I'm gonna give this a. And next up we got Geneva Karr, who was actually the team captain for ASMR Lover. I think she starts off her verse super strong, clearing customs left and right. Geneva Karr has just arrived. I'm La Diva Más Latina that you guys will ever see. And those lyrics all do a great job of continuing to tell us the story of who Geneva is while, you know, touching on those branding moments that we've already heard from her about clearing customs and La Diva Más Latina. But the rest of it did kind of feel like a lot of words stuffed into not enough space. Like she was kind of going for the fast rapping thing, and she even made a nod to that with like, if you want to read, there will be subtitles down there. But I was like, oh yeah, I actually do need them on because you're kind of talking too fast and saying too many words for me to know what's going on. But the overall effect of what she did, very hot. And over on the runway, she is tapping into her 20s flapper girl fantasy with her pussycat wig, and It's a cute look. I think it's interesting how she blended in this swirl of pink and purple and leopard with the mesh underneath all that. But I was really just kind of confused. Like, it's giving me Lisa Frank coloring book meets Flapper Girl from the 20s, but there's not enough over-the-top drag happening to really make the full joke of it. Like, where is the giant entire headpiece of feathers for the Flapper Girl? Where is, I don't know, a giant train coming from the back? Like, give me a little more drag and drama from this, and not just what kind of looks like Lisa Frank at prom. She was also goth in the 20s. This for me is a rock. And next we've got Megami, who the big drama for her this episode is that she was picked last, which she very fairly so has an emotional moment in the workroom about. And girl, that is very relatable. And I think that happening to her on Drag Race lit a fire under her ass, because she really was working overtime for not only herself in this challenge, but also her entire team. It seemed, based on what the girls were saying on Twitter and stuff after the episode aired, that she was so deeply involved with really writing lyrics for everybody, doing choreo, etc, etc, etc. Like, she was that girl. Like, on Twitter, Nymphia this week wrote, "I just want to say Megami basically wrote my lyrics. I was really struggling, so please show her some love." And as she found out this week, sometimes the best position to be in is the position in which you are underestimated, because you can surprise and delight. She rapped, "Down on your knees, bitch, pray to me, because Megami is the goddess you'll pay to see." And I absolutely loved how she ended her verse with, "Ain't nobody eat the runway like I do, running over bitches on the rough drive-through," and how all the choreo worked with that too. That was good. Megami, this was hot. Where Miss Megami will need to, I think, eventually find her footing in this season if she wants to be taken seriously by the judges in future episodes is on the runway. But concerning this look, there is a little asterisk by it. She tweeted this out: "The way my original look for this category tonight literally fell apart on the way to California, and I had to put this together in the hotel room, but I look so hot in this." And while what she said does provide some context as to why the look isn't so great, I don't think it excuses the look not being so great. And I'll say firstly, what I like about her runway is the concept. Very obviously, she's tapping into that Tinkerbell pixie kind of fantasy. And that to me has a clear through line to the Pussycat Wig brief, which a lot of the queens didn't have that connecting piece. But really, just about nothing on this look is right. I mean, the dress is like one piece of lacy fabric that is maybe being held onto her body with the belt that feels very out of place. And then she turns around, she's got these tiny little wings. It's very much giving. I, at the last minute, wrapped a curtain around me and went to the Dollar Tree and got some Halloween fairy wings. That's what this is. It's a rock. And last but certainly not least tonight, it is Nymphia Wind. And Miss Nymphia this episode was at her old tricks and games where she's trying to convince the other queens in the challenge that maybe she doesn't have a certain skill or talent here or there. She's playing the game. She is playing the game. Anyway, she's saying, "Gone with the wind, I'm fabulous. These mother-trucking hoes can't handle us. Breaking wind, serving fashion, acting up like you said action." She did everything she needed to do here. She made us laugh. She sold us on the "I'm great, I'm amazing" fantasy. And at every turn in her performance, sold us on this continued brand of the color yellow, bananas, being from Taiwan, being fashionable, and being funny. Like, she really is a complete package, and she made it clear. My name is Nymphia Wind, and I'm here to make it clear. This was hot. And girl, you wanna talk about breaking wind, serving fashion on the runway this week? This is crazy. She comes out, she's like, "Oh, I'm beauty, I'm grace." This gorgeous, encrusted, bedazzled gown, the top hat, and it's always with the details on her. You zoom in and you see like every little hem and stitch is bedazzled and stoned and perfectly done. It is perfection. The twist is she takes off the top hat and reveals, oh, a pussycat wig, kind of like the one we saw from Sapphira. Except this pussycat has been brushed, I think, a time or two. And doesn't look so disheveled. And underneath that pussycat wig is another pussycat wig, which is red finger waves that have been encrusted with rhinestones. But that's not all. There's one more reveal. She takes off the finger waves and turns around to reveal the hair over the lady part on the back of her head, which was amazing. She gave us a theatrical performance and really took us on a journey that I don't think anybody could predicted the ending of ever. This look was incredible and absolutely hot. And touching on the twist of the season, which really right now is just Sapphira and Plain Jane having immunity potions. Neither of them used their potions tonight, which wasn't a surprise. And honestly, I'm kind of wondering if there ever even will be a chance for them to use it, because Trixie actually called this out in the pit stop, but people who get immunity do indeed usually never need it. And I think the only way that we're gonna see Sapphira or Plain use their potions will probably be using them on somebody else. But were they used today? In Plain Jane's words, not today, Ru. RuPaul's, okay, after that got me. That got me, gal. And the win this week goes to group Thicc Stick, no surprise. To me, there really was no competition. I think Thicc Stick was the only group who truly worked together and gave a really cohesive story in their performance the way they did. Mhi'ya. What's criminal though is that while each girl does technically get a win for this challenge, RuPaul makes them split the $5,000 prize, so $1,250 each. And to me, that felt a little cheap, considering where we're at with Drag Race and the $200,000 main prize and all that nonsense, but whatever, I'm sure the girls aren't complaining for getting the cash. Did Drag Race have the budget to pay $5,000 to each of the girls? Not today, Ru. And concerning the bottom two, this is the episode where RuPaul asks all the girls who should go home, and the girls all say Amanda and Q. And I think rightly so, considering what happened in this episode. And I did react to their lip sync over on my Patreon at patreon.com/BussyQueen. That's my members only website where my Patreon family gets exclusive member benefits, like early access to my YouTube videos and like 4 or 5 or sometimes even 6 extra videos per month with these exclusive reaction videos. And you too can become one of my patrons by clicking the link in the description of this video. So click the link. I'll see you on Patreon. But concerning the outcome of this lip sync, I was really conflicted about everything because to me, Amanda did win the lip sync. As much as the editors, I think, really didn't want to emphasize how well she was doing, it was clear to me that she really was 100% winning that lip sync. Which is not to say that Q didn't also do good here. I think she did good in the lip sync. It just wasn't that next level of like great that I think Amanda's high ball of energy, chaos, and danceability all combined together to make such a great performance. Like, I think Q did just good enough to justify RuPaul going ahead and giving her the Shantae You Stay. Because the truth is, at this point in the competition, it's not like we're ready to say goodbye to Q. Like, she's just coming out the gate. She is really just getting started, and she has impressed us every single week and has her aesthetic and drag completely nailed down. Whereas Amanda is really still developing and working on her aesthetic on this season, and is even having her own drag really be her own worst enemy in times like the challenge this week and the runway this week. But Amanda is 100% primed for some future season of All Stars because she is an amazing television personality. And I think when she gets the crazy chaotic forces of her creative energy reined in just a little bit and a little more polished, she is going to be an unstoppable force. And next up we got drama and news, then we'll hit hottest hots. So this week we saw Miss Plain Jane feuding with not only Amanda and Q and probably 10 other people that we don't know about, but also Bob the drag queen on multiple different social media platforms. We saw Plain responding to a sibling rivalry podcast clip on Instagram concerning her burger finger performance, where a lot was said, but ultimately Bob ended his analysis with the thought,
Burger Finger does not have the same artistic merit as Willow Pill's The Toast in the Bathtub talent show.
And Plain responded, no. I get that people can't compute me being both sexy AF and a clown who performed this number well before Drag Race, but this take is tired. And then we saw Plain double down on this on X, formerly Twitter, writing, frankly, it's rude for alum Ru girls to claim Burger Finger has less artistic merit than other shittier talents, especially girls that have never even had to prepare talent numbers on their original seasons. Let's see you do better, Grandma. To which we saw Bob reply, girl, shut up, LOL. And that was the drama. Bob ate her up. But scientists are still researching the international implications of Burger Finger, reportedly, allegedly. Anyways, in exciting news, and news tangentially related to the drama with Plain Jane because she does address it here, we have Miss Amanda Tori Meating doing an exclusive interview with Entertainment Weekly's Joey Nolfi, where she comes out as trans. Amanda in the interview said, I think Plain caught me at the sweet spot of my healing journey. I'm not giving you, Plain, the response you're looking for, whatever that was. I'm sitting here like a real effing person and I'm telling you, I do not like this, please stop. And it's unclear whether these two have fully resolved things off the show, but Plain did share this article on X, rallying up positivity positivity and support for her sister Amanda. And I've linked that article in the description of my video, recommend you check it out. And finally, let's talk hottest hots. In the challenge, I'm gonna give it to Mhi'ya. She was the only one that I went back and watched, I'm not joking y'all, like 20 or 30 times. And on the runway, I'm gonna give it to Nymphia Wind. I also asked my patrons to vote on their hottest hots, and this week in the challenge, they've chosen Nymphia Wind, and on the runway, Nymphia Wind. But of course, I'd love to know what y'all think, so be sure to let me know down in the comments below. And I want to give an extra special thanks to today's video sponsor, Surfshark VPN, who can help keep your internet browsing traffic encrypted, secure, privatized, and anonymous. And don't forget that when you use coupon code Bussy at checkout, you'll get 3 additional months of Surfshark for free. Just click my link below to get started. And I want to say thanks so much to you for watching today's video and give an extra special shout out to Ashley Brungart, Child Free Mateau, Dorothy Hall, Felicia, Frankie, Laura, Matthew Burns, Stephen Topher, and Will and Tanner, who are all supporting me on Patreon at the Bussy Queen Collector tier. See y'all later. Love ya. Bye.